known through her talent in various forms of art and culture. As we celebrate tonight, may we give you thanks for everything you have bestowed upon us and help us to remember that all good things come from you, and we return everything that we have enjoyed as a nation to you. Amen. All right, without further ado, I want to bring on a man who has been an indelible part of Jamaica's rich history in jazz music. I'm sure a lot of you don't know that Jamaica has a very rich history when it comes to jazz. Long before reggae was dominating the airwaves in the 1940s and 50s, there were swinging jazz clubs in Kingston called the Glass Bucket and Bournemouth. So I'm not even going to bore you with any more of those facts. I'm going to bring on Mr. Herbie Miller. He is the director and curator of the Jamaica Music Museum.
Thank you, Miss Casey, and your frock. I thought she would have been the one to trip over it, but it seemed like I tripped over it. It's a beautiful dress, though, Casey. I'm really trying to dodge the lights in my eyes. Whoa, they want me to make a statement. What better statement than to see you all here turning out this evening for what is going to be a wonderful evening of jazz music. And I emphasize jazz because too often we are invited to sessions with that little four-letter word and receive everything but. So I often wonder, what is a yam festival with ripe bananas, mangoes, and everything but yam? It's a food festival. So our commitment is to celebrate the aesthetic, that form, that thing called jazz, that's so difficult to define, and yet so indelible in what it really is. Because we don't have to wonder what reggae is, nor ska, nor soul music, or rap, or anything. Only jazz everybody has a problem with. But yet, they all emerge out of the field hollers, the field shouts, the blues, the spirituals, the laments, and all of these songs that our ancestors used to endure and resist. And jazz emerged out of that, you know. Edward Kennedy Ellington, we call him Duke. He has this one suite he calls "The Drum is a Woman." The drummer is, the woman is Madame Zage, and the drummer is Carib Joe. They both left the Caribbean according to Ellington, and they ended up in New Orleans, where they had a child called jazz. So for those of us who think that the Caribbean has nothing to do with it, it even goes further. Because following the Haitian Revolution, a lot of Haitians ended up there. If you watch the first series of the Ken Jones jazz, the narrator says, and when you thought that all of these enslaved people in Congo Square were playing African music, they were playing West Indian music. So the story goes on, and it is important that we celebrate jazz as a part of our culture too, because if you remove the ska out of ska, guess what you're stuck with? Jazz. That's a statement I always want to make because too often, even our young musicians who play jazz aren't playing jazz. So we got to get that back happening to celebrate people like Bertie King, Jiva Hutchison, Dizzy Reese, York D'Souza, Monty Alexander, Ernest Ranglin, and I could go on because they played jazz, and it is out of their jazz that we have dancehall today. It just keeps on multiplying itself. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. We're here to hear jazz. At which point you can decide for yourselves if it's a jazz show you're at or a music show.
Good evening again. All right, so I'm going to ask you guys to give a huge round of applause for the And up next, you're going to hear a group of musicians who are the product of a fantastic institution that was established in 1880 by the Sisters of Mercy. And this school has produced amazingly talented musicians like Don Drummond, Monty Alexander, Tommy McCook, Harold Little G. McNair, and several others who will be celebrated throughout the evening. So please give a huge round of applause for the Alpha School of Music Jazz Ensemble.
Hey guys, how are you doing tonight? Sound good. You sound good? Say good. 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 Hey! This next song we're doing is called Red Clay and it's by Freddie Hubbard. You ready, guys? Ooh. Screen doors open somewhere on a side porch. A sleepy window went out in the boondocks. Stories are being told on the red clay. Every place where we came to begin with, and where we're going, there comes time for spinning. Sets are being dug on the red clay. Moving, always grooving. Morning, midnight, sleep tight. Screen on seven somewhere on a side porch. A sleepy window and out in the boondocks. Stories are being told on the red clay. Every place where we came to be. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. This next song is called I Got to Go, and it's by Rachel Farrell. I really like this one. You ready, guys? Okay. Hey, baby. There's something I got to tell you. It ain't easy, but it's true. Hey, hey, yeah, hey, hey. Sit on down, boy. Let me break the news. I am no longer in love with you, and that is why I got to go. Can't hold on no more. Tried everything I know. Now I've got to go, baby. Ooh, I got to go now. I tried it out, cried it out. I talked it out, I thought it out, and I fought it out. Now there's nothing left to do but hey, honey, I'm up. It ain't breaking my heart, boy, to break the news. What we got ain't been nowhere in a very long while, and in my heart I cry much more than a smile. to go. Can't hold on no more. I tried everything I know. Now I've got to go. Guess what? I have to go. Now I tried it out, cried it out, I talked it out, I thought it out, and I fought it out. Now there's nothing left to do but walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on now. Hey, how do I tell you I don't love you? And not in the way that I used to. Don't take it personal, 'cause I'm still beautiful. But I had to choose myself. I had to choose my growth and my health. My first responsibility is to me, and that's why I got to go. Can't hold on no more. Tried everything, I got to go. I got to go, baby. Oh, I got to go. I tried it out, cried it out, I talked it out, I thought it out, and I fought it out. Now there's nothing left to do but walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on. Ready, Keezy? Someday you look into her eyes, then there'll be no goodbyes. And yesterday will have gone, and you find yourself in another space, 500 miles high. "500 miles high." Keezy. Ow! Someday you look into her eyes, then there'll be no goodbyes. And yesterday will have gone, and you'll find yourself in another space, 500 miles high. You'll see just one look and you know she's so tender and warm. You'll recognize this is love, and above all else, you'll find something else. High, 500 miles high. 500 miles high. 500 miles high. Thank you so much, everybody. Did you guys like what you heard? Yeah! Do you want to hear more? Woo! You can hear some next Thursday at the Alpha School of Music, 26 South Camp Road, right across the Stewart Automotive. It's called Journey, and we're the first ever graduating class of the Alpha School of Music. Can we? Woo! Yeah. You guys better be there. It's 7 p.m. to 8:30. Journey, 26 South Camp Road. Love you guys. Mwah.
All right, I think that after that stellar performance, there are two things that we can all agree on. Let me let that set up. Yes. So there are two things that we can all agree on. That the Alpha School of Music is still producing world-class jazz musicians. And I think we can also agree that jazz is so beautiful, it deserves to be every single day. Yes? But there's a reason we celebrate it every year on the 30th of April. National Scientific and Cultural Organization as International Jazz Day. So today, we are joining over 190 countries in celebrating the beauty and power of jazz. And to speak more to that, I'm going to invite Mr. Yuri Peshkov, the Program Specialist for Culture at the UNESCO Caribbean Office. Please make him welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So beautiful. So beautiful to be here and in a good weather. Those that came last year remember the rain, but it was a blessing, right? It was a blessing because we joined the stage with musicians right here. So we keep that connection, and we keep tradition of celebrating of the Jazz Day, which was designated by UNESCO back in 2011. So every day on 30th of April, we are celebrating the Jazz Day. And all over the world, there are jazz concerts, ongoing or maybe finished. And one is usually designated to host like the world celebration. This year, it's Abu Dhabi and United Arab Emirates. So that's where the big event is. So I'm just wanted to say thank you from UNESCO side for being here for all of you, and for the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, and also agencies such as JCDC for the great organization of this concert. And I'm happy to be here to share with you the spirit of jazz. Thank you.
All right, so I want to start acknowledging some people who have made this day more than possible, but already a huge success. The first person we have to thank is the Honorable Olivia Grange, Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sport. She continues to be a stalwart in defending and celebrating and dignifying the art and music of Jamaica. I also want to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Deborah Hickling Gordon. She's the opposition spokesperson for culture and the creative industries. Let's please make her welcome as well. And we also have a few sponsors who have been generous in their donations in cash and kind. That includes Roots 96 FM, the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, of course, the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sports. And I also want to thank the Institute of Jamaica and the Jamaica Music Museum for their what has already been a beautiful evening. And up next, we're going to have Jazzatry. And I'm going to leave you guys a few minutes to figure out where that name may come from. Please make welcome Jazzatry.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this wonderful space. We do hope you'll enjoy what we have to offer for you. I know you've been enjoying yourself. I was dancing up a storm in the wings with those youngsters, so we know that music is safe in their hands.
philosophy holds one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. There is war, miss a war, and until there's no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, and until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes, miss a war. And until the basic human rights is equally guaranteed to all without regard to race, a war. the dream of lasting peace. Well, rule of morality will remain but a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. Now everywhere is war, miss a war. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with. There'll be war in the east, war in the west, war up north, war down south. Where is war? Rumors of war.
Can we go back to before white hands wrote on white pages telling white lies about our worth? Can we go back to when black hands wrote in black ink, pages traced with black ashes from our phoenix rise? Back to when thirsty lips, parched with injustice, would sing anthems of bodies sold, worth gold, history old, pain told, memories cold, but hope bold. And we have awakened. Can we go back before molasses were drawn from more lashes? Before whips tattooed hatred on our sons' backs, stripped them of dignity that clung closer than skin? Before their mothers' wombs churned for their deliverance? Can we go back to when what lay in the belly of a black woman was a powerful prince instead of a political about to fall prey to a world unready for the revolution he embodied? Can we go back to when blackmail was love letters sent to a Nubian princess? Black markets where her suitors would buy jewelry to woo her. Black magic, the spell she would cast with just one glance upon her beauty. Can we go back to when black meant more than not white, more than emancipation, more than ebony oppression wrapped in defiance? But the road to redemption is never. Sometimes the only thing harder than going forward is going back. I guess by now you have an idea of why we're called Jazzitry. Thank you very much for that warm reception. And while we're reflecting on war, and there is a whole lot going on around us, this next piece is going to remind all of us that there will always be war unless we all go back to the only and peace. To the saints who are sinners who fell down and got up again, but whose heavy hearts still weigh them right back down to the ground. To those who've sinned 1, 2, 3 times, you still give in to the regrets you can't forget. To those who are blood-bought, hard-fought, traps of guilt and shame, let this one word redeem and restore you. This one word seep deep into dry bones, call you out by name. Or even discipline is not a denial of blessing, nor a delay of salvation. Your Father's name is I am, not I will. So he will not wield time as a weapon against you, or rub a ticking clock of guilt in the wound of your sin. I am forgiving you. I am healing you. I am restoring you, because you are my child. Quick! You don't have to clean yourself up first. Wait as some kind of penance for your forgiveness. Wait until God's anger has subsided, because Christ already bore the weight of your sin when he carried your cross that day. Quick! Your Father has waited for you. Not for your repentance, not for your scorn, but for your return. Your Father has waited for you with a broken heart, but an unbroken gaze, sitting at his window, looking out for you. Still a far way off, he could run to meet you with open arms. Quick, before the mud dries on his feet. Quick, before the stench of the pigsty soaks into his clothes. Quick, before his empty pocket fills his heart with lies that losing your wealth means losing your worth. Quick! Bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his hand and sandals on his feet. Kill the fatted calf and bring it here. One who was once dead is now alive. My son, who was once lost, is now found. Quick.
Amazing grace will always be my song of praise, 'cause it was grace that brought my tears. I'll never know just why he came to love me so. He looked beyond my faults and saw my needs. I shall forever lift my eyes to Calvary to view the cross where Jesus died for me. Marvelous, the grace that caught my falling soul. He looked beyond my faults and saw my needs. to Calvary to view the cross where Jesus died for me. How marvelous the grace that caught my falling soul. He looked beyond and saw my needs. He looked beyond my faults and saw my needs. He looked beyond faults and saw my
Moonlight, whispers of war. Plans of ambush. Leaves drop on secret strategy covered with bamboo and courage. The brothers have assembled. Dawn will roar fire and spear of knives and drunk with anger and dew. Gunpowder clouds great house, floods fields with screams that do not see skin. Justice fights, but hope plants language under tongue. Adobe, Niame, Obia, Dokono, Juka, Mbakra. Hope carves name into memory. Hope harvests beauty from cane row, bantu knots and dreadlocks. Hope sows calico over curved hips and anoints curls and coils with castor oil. Massa can see torches burn, but him can't see roots grow. Can't see river water flow from belly bottom. Can't see mountains kiss sky till them turn blue. Blue, Jablon. Steam escape coffee estate faster than Quacky run left him shut. Massa hear chain clank, but him can't hear records break. Can't hear how we turn metal to medal. How we change auction block to Olympic stock. When necks hang low with shackles, but rise with ribbon and gold. Massa make whip fling, but lip sing. Sting. Sunfest. Sunsplash. Lyrics stretch history over tenterhooks. Taught tender books. Silence. Massa make red blood flow from brown skin into brown dirt. But red dirt creates wealth that does not summon bones. Factory to foil, seed to soil. Trees that stand taller than man, weigh time longer than rope. Hope cultivate, marinate, pollinate, irrigates. Hope gardens. And hope sings one last calls all of us home.
I pledge my heart Oh, green isle of the Indies, Jamaica, strong and free. Our vows, our loyal promises, oh, heartland, 'tis to thee. Our vows and loyal promises, oh, heartland, 'tis to thee. Our vows and loyal promises, oh, heartland, 'tis to Jamaica, land we love. Thank you so much. A round of applause for Zoe on flute. And on drums, I'm Emily, and this is a cello, not a big violin. And of course, our lovely MC slash poetess. Thank you so much.
With them. So as you can see, jazz is fluid. It's a conversation. It's call and response. And I know that in Jamaica, if it does dub, and we stop right there. But and that free flow. And I'm sure that we've been hearing a lot of beautiful instruments so far. And I want to ask all of you to welcome again some more fantastic jazz musicians. It's all about International Jazz Day. Huge thank you. Entertainment and sports, and our long, well, it's not even a long list, but a very strong list of sponsors. UNESCO, Roots 96 FM, the Institute of Jamaica, the Jamaica Music Museum, and the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission. Can we give them another round of applause? I have been having a great time, as busy as I've been. And now we're going to be hearing from Pow Natty Keys. Can we give them a round of applause? Okay, so as we said, jazz is... Jamaica has a very rich history of jazz. Who here knows that jazz was around even before reggae and even before ska? So, yes, I'm hearing a couple yeses in the audience. So jazz, back in the 1940s and 50s, laid the foundation for what we would know as ska. And there's some founding fathers of that musical genre, like Don Drummond. He was an original member of the Scatolites. Don Drummond, yeah, round of applause. Yes. And he and other Jamaican musicians, created their own sound in Jamaica, and several of them migrated to Europe. So they were performing in London and Paris. Some of them even went to New York, and they were exporting this unique Jamaican jazz sound. All right, and so we often don't take that into consideration when we're thinking of reggae that's dominating the airwaves.